is here. I'm sorry, future national leaders who are here. I'm sorry, I'm also here with one of my business partners, Jacob. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for the invite today. Professor said she doesn't know how to describe me. A lot of people don't know how to describe me. I know how to describe myself. I'm a political disruptor. That's what I am. I struggle to fit in a box. I struggle to be politically correct. And as most of you now may know, I have a problem with language. But I want to help you understand why. I want to help you understand what this is. But most importantly, class, I want to help you understand what is waiting for you when you leave the comforts of this establishment and institution called University of Zimbabwe. I met Professor Manyeruke, 6 years ago now, and she was interviewing and or vetting young people who were supposed to go into the National Youth Council Board. I know we don't know what my dirigira renga chitoko yakuya. Kutoro nemwe vetting process inofana kufungwa. Kwane madiracho. Aungokwana madiri uri wauya, but ukwana madiri nekuti pane vetting process that you've gone through. And I remember going through the vetting process with Professor Manyeruke, and she kept asking me to get into the box, and I kept saying, I can't get into this box. She kept saying, Acie, you're a great guy, but get into the box. And I explained to her, and I said, Professor, you know what the trouble is? Everyone I know who's in the box is producing the wrong results. So I'm going to set up. You will produce all the wrong results. Thanks to her patience and her grace, she allowed me access. You know, I passed my vetting and she gave me a good recommendation. I served 3 years as chairman of Harare Youth Council. I was given the task by government to organize the capital city so that young people have access to opportunities. Some of you may remember the youth fund that first came out under CABS. I'm part of the team that established that. We wrote the code of how that fund should be created, how that fund should be administered, and how that fund should be fixed when it goes wrong. When the indigenization process in this country began in 2009, 2008 into 2009, I was working as personal advisor to the then Minister responsible for indigenization. When we moved into the constitution-making process, I was given the mandate to be the publicity voice of COPAC on radio. Some of you may be too young to go through that process. I don't know what your ages are, but I assume you're somewhere between 18 and 22, yes? Is that the age bracket? Yes, no? What's the average age? What's the average age?
19.
20, 25, right. When I was 23 years old, I made a decision that something was very wrong with the politics of this country. I was so frustrated with the politics of this country. And I want you to know this. Whenever something frustrates you, whenever something angers you, that's your passion. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. I was angered by the politics of this country. I was angered by the fact that there were no young people involved in politics. I was angered by the fact that it seemed everybody had a bad idea. I didn't get speech in 2 hours. So I made a very bold decision, which everybody told me I was too young. Everybody told me I didn't have enough money. Everybody told me I didn't have enough experience. But I made a decision I was going to run for public office at the age of 23. The youngest anybody had run in this country. So I went for it. I went and I ran for office, and I ran under the ZANU-PF ticket. And I know I get attacked a lot for You also want to read unicorn, ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF, I told the time, and people ask me, why did you join ZANU-PF? And I always said the explanation was simple. When I came back to Zimbabwe from school, I was about 20, 21, I said, what are the political parties available? There was ZANU-PF and there was MDC. Then I said, okay. ZANU-PF the EP. The one Robert Mugabe, I somebody motor again, it's into 100, and also 100. Waita Maduro Georgina, my family. Then I said, okay, where is MDC? Then they showed me, I said, I'm trying to have in my future. So I tell you, I shall do you want 306 like, I want to. Politics, politics, you no, I'm okay. Remember, I'm just a 22, 23-year-old kid. I don't know much about the world at this time. So yes, I joined ZANU-PF. And everybody is allowed to join whenever they want to join. But that was my decision. I joined ZANU-PF. I ran on the ZANU-PF ticket. The constituency I took over, the election before had been beaten by 17,000 votes. 17,000. When I took it, I closed that gap. I closed that gap to 2,000. I gave ZANU-PF the largest new entry result they had from anywhere in the country. I registered the largest number of virgin voters in the country per capita in my constituency at 23 years old. But I lost. Man, I was gutted. I was so gutted because I'm that kid who doesn't know how to lose. I hate losing. Ask anybody I ever went to school with. There's not a single class I was in number 1 at, ever. I don't know what being number 2 is like. There's not a single team I ever played in that I wasn't captain. I don't know how to be number 2. Whether I was in Zimbabwe, whether I went to school out of the country, and you could always count on me to carry the team when it mattered the most. But this time I lost. My first real defeat in anything in life, and it was so painful, so heart-wrenching, that I remember I called my whole team. In fact, Jacob was working as my campaign manager at the time before we started doing business together. I remember I called the whole team. You know, I'm Mumzongo to Sunga Mazambia, to Namatorit, Apostle Pango, ZANU-PF is funny. Apostle Rangwanga to Pemberega, Paras, and Comana and the calls that started coming from everywhere because we only got the final result in the very last minute. We actually thought we had it in the bag. And I remember I called everyone and I said, everything you feel right now, I feel worse. Because I led us to a loss. But because I now know what it feels like to lose, I guarantee you this one thing. If ever I'm in a fight again, I will never lose. Because the only know what I say to lose. And you know, at 23, I thought my whole world revolved around this being an MP. But I told everybody, I will never lose one more fight in my life. So life went on. I decided to start making some money. Because one thing you must understand, young politicians, is this. In politics, if you do not have your own money, you are a political prostitute. Those are only. Kana usina begi lako, uchatoshandiswa chete. I dare say you are a political condom. Do you know what they do to political condoms? They literally use us as young people. When they finish using us, they throw us away because they've got their pleasure. This is what we become if we don't empower ourselves. So it seems very rudimentary, or it seems very politically incorrect for me to say it, but I guarantee you, you get into politics without your own money, they will abuse you. So I started thinking, how do I make my own money? You make money by solving problems. I grew up in a small, very shaky town, very shaky cabin in a place called Epworth. If anybody has ever been to Epworth, you know what Epworth is like. This is where I was born and bred. So one thing I knew is, And I was also say, no matter what you must know about this, how wedding. One woman, Zimbabwe, with my police, I was going to stay home. My police are waiting a grab of the Sata. Senior one year. So I went to airport. It's a place I hadn't gone in many years. For one reason, I hadn't gone back to airport because I was ashamed of where I came from. I was one of those guys who would stay on the ice. You know, my grandmother stays in Edgefield, but sometimes I stay with my mother in airport. I was one of those, huh? People, I'm not sure if I'm not staying with my mother. I fell in that category of people who was very ashamed of where I came from because nothing good ever came from where I came from. All my friends I went to school with, and I was still my windies, and I was not sticking a crown with. At best, Arushanda maybe some garden boy or at some low-level job. And I hated that about where I came from. Some of you in this room, looking at me now, you come from terrible households. Masangana sumafika ma makeup masunga ma wig msoro, ndonge ma bandana, mnima ulonge mnova utenga. Aswagasi amai vari muwandu. I was that kid. That's why at the age of 21, I bought my mother the first house. My first house I bought at 21. This is that I'm politics. When I don't do politics, I'm not in politics. Do not get into politics until you figure out where is your money coming from. Because the trouble with our education system, you know, when the Rhodesians created this education system, Professor, we live in the Rhodesian economy, which was built and designed to support Rhodesian businesses. So when you go to a bank, banks are designed to support infrastructure. They are designed to support big business, big telecoms, big manufacturing. A bank would never understand if you went to them and you said, "Look at a TV show." If you went to them and you said, "Chanruku ngodaini, kuda kupereza $20 makuseni, ndo spin and watenga madomasa unatengesa, ndo zukana $18 manene." They don't understand that. A bank will never understand if you told them you want to develop a software. Why don't they understand this? Because they were never designed to understand this. That's why disruption is important. So if we do not get busy, but the last happy day is the day you graduate. We have, Jacob is my testament, at least 100 plus CVs from young people every month in our office. When I was in the university, in the graduate, and we talk about touching it, I will do it even for free. That's over pressure. And then one papa, someone I want to have a sentence that we shall invest in my table. Equip your mind. We are in a new dispensation today. I just landed from Johannesburg this morning, where I was giving another speech at another university in Joburg. And they wanted to talk about what happened with the Operation Restore case. And I said, it's very easy for you to know and I'll help you understand how you know. When the military participated in the operation, they knew exactly what they wanted out of the operation. So when the operation was done, they got it. When the war veterans participated, maybe let me give you guys time to settle in. Do you guys want to do that a little quicker so you don't disturb everyone? There's some chairs up here too. Okay. When the war veterans participated in the operation, they knew exactly what they wanted out of it, and they got it. When ZANU-PF, the party, participated in the operation, they knew exactly what they wanted out of it, and they got it. Takaenda pasi tikamacha tikabata mafulegi tikapfeka mabarete emasoja, but anogona kuzodaira kuti waitei. So the trouble is, when everything now settles down in this, what we now call the new dispensation, you couldn't correlate to the power of one on the bag because you had no idea why you were doing it. Those are inakidza musiwo. Musiwo was inakidza kwa kubudo kabata flag. Panapa about university panapa cheche. I must have sent at least 50 makombe akataura atakurwa para. Vaita anzura kwendo kumatch. aina kuziya chari kuendera hapana but ndozvaitoresa maselfi musiwo. So unosara anyways manje vanhu vese vabata pavaita hauchaziva kuti isusu ana Lumumba taitoziva kuti kuzviitirei because mugaba achiriona iti saka rakeshi saka mugaba anofanira kuenda kudzoke madhire keshi and mugaba aende zvishwa takuisa pakunyorwa manewspaper nemadhire keshi. You had to know what it is you were after as you were doing it. The trouble is our generation did not know what we were after. So when the dispensation, the new dispensation came in, we were so confused because we were not sure, did we just change the man at the top or did we change something else? Simply because no one in this room ever went and said, can we have our seats at the table and say what we want? And the irony of it, Professor, is we were the largest group out. Chaunga Dini. But keke parangarabu baru onzo anu kaposhen tamakisibo. Because we did not claim our stake. That's why the topic of my talk today is how to prepare your skill set for the new dispensation. I tell you no lie, there is a disaster around the corner. It's called the youth bulge, where you are going to get out of school with a degree you can do nothing with. Number one, because you don't know what you want to do with it. Number two, because no one knows what you should do with it neither. So how do you prepare yourself for that? So, you are very protected right now because muno baizana, muchipurirana. I have seen university students, Professor, who would defend Jamisa as if they've ever met him. I've seen students who would defend Mnangagwa as if they've ever met him. And then I say, can you defend your own life? You cannot. But Jamisa, you know, I break it down to the difference between fanatics and extremists. A fanatic is a person who is willing to do anything for their follower, for the person they follow, for absolutely nothing in return. You are a fanatic. But you are willing to shambura maoko. And you are getting, it's not even that you think you are getting nothing. You even know that after that I am getting nothing in return. But you do it anyway. An extremist is a worst version of a fanatic. Because an extremist is not even after the person, it's after to tell you. The difference between the two, let me tell you the fanatic between the two. So the difference is, in real life terms, a fanatic is a person anotera prophet water magai. You would have prophet or about Muniba. Muniba house about hold on, that's a fanatic, right? An extremist is a person anopina chitendero cheposto. Bokuda ngabaso papa jani. Both of them are as dangerous as each other. And this is the reality we live in today. And unfortunately, the conduits or the tools that are used in this process is you and I, my youth. And yet we don't prepare ourselves for a reality that is coming. So this is how you prepare yourself. Take it from me. Professor, I don't have a university degree. You guys are all more educated than me. But I guarantee you are big educated. But I don't have a degree. But I am at a university. I have professors and doctors sitting next to me, and I can tell you a thing or two about politics, because professor will tell you that politics is why? Why is that? That's why it's so hard for some people to accept Lumumba because I work with so little. You had so much to work with, but this is what you must do, class. And I'm not here to make you feel bad. I'm here to lift you up. This is what you must do. Understand this. The generation we are in now, this generation is a generation with the smartest ideas this country has ever had. There is no generation that has ever been more educated than this generation. There is no generation that has ever been more exposed than this generation. There are people in